Ecco. Luigi, il tagliere rosa. Luigi.
A me mi pare più lilla, ragazzi. Raga, è lilla. Frutti rossi.
Colore? Buono. Che colore è?
Frutti rossi.
È lilla?
Beh, sì.
Prime Minister, good evening. Did you talk about Greenland? What's the position of Meloni about Trump's offensive?
We talked about security and defense, and we talked about that Europe needs to spend more money on defense and security in this situation that we are in right now. And then we talked about migration. We have a very, very close cooperation on this area. So even though we are two very different countries, we belong to two very different political families. We are very much aligned when it comes to the need of control our borders, and that we need to be able to return people who enters, for example, Italy or Denmark and commit crimes or disbehave in one way or another. So that was the two topics we had on the agenda today.
So no Greenland?
No, we talked about security and defense and the war in Ukraine, and we talked about migration.
Did you find some common points with Meloni about also the ReArm plan that Ursula von der Leyen said last week? And how do you see also the idea of sending troops? Did you find some common points with Meloni about that?
First of all, I think it's very necessary in Europe to understand that countries are different, and our economic situation is very different. So the decisions we took last week are extremely important to ensure that all countries now have better possibilities to rearm and to spend more money on defense and security. We have had discussions about boots on the ground or troops in Ukraine. And as you probably know, Giorgia Meloni is very much in favor of using the Article 5 in Nato to protect Ukraine. And we agree on that, actually.
Vai.